Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mia for those of you who are new, and I run a small business, Blush Designs Co, where we sell bookish goodies like book sleeves, Kindle sleeves, bookish stickers, phone grips, and we also sell a bunch of hand tufted car and home accessories like car coasters, mug rugs, wall hangings, and so much more. So if you're interested in checking out my shop or giving my website a little peruse, I will leave the link down below as always for you guys to go and check out. I have been really bad at delegating my time, okay? I should be self-aware at this moment and really just acknowledge the fact that I have not been giving my 100% to every aspect of my business, mainly because it is very difficult to be a one-woman show and do absolutely everything for my business, especially because we are constantly growing, and I feel like this has been probably the best 6 months of my business that I've ever had, and I am finding it a little difficult to keep up with the growth. And while that is an amazing problem to have, we need solutions to problems here. So in this video, we are going to be focusing on one aspect of my business that I have been heavily neglecting for the literal past 2 years, and that is my Etsy shop. I have had an Etsy shop since I first opened my business back in August of 2020. I started my business using Etsy, and I have had my Etsy shop open ever since. When I first started, that was the only platform that I used, and it worked so well for me, especially because I was a new business and I didn't really have a social media presence or like a platform where I had a following previously. So Etsy really helped me in that regard to bring new customers and new eyes to my shop and get to know me and build a social media relationship through there. And I have a lot of customers who have stuck by me all 4 years and now shop on my Shopify website. But I still have my Etsy shop open to this day, and I do still get orders on there. I have not updated my Etsy shop in over a year. The last time I updated my banners, profile pictures, listings was in June of 2023, and we are now in August of 2024. It's been over a year that I have touched my Etsy store, and I really want to give it the facelift and the oomph that it needs to revive it a little bit. I feel like Etsy has been such a great secondary income for my business, and although I don't put as much effort and time into my Etsy because I have so many other priorities right now, I still love having it on the side for people who don't even know I have a website and who don't even know that I exist. It is still a great way for new customers and new people to find my cute crafted goodies. So without further ado, I just want to get started into the whole revamping, facelifting of my Etsy store. I want to start with editing the banner and my profile picture and kind of the appearance of my shop, all of that fun stuff today in this video. So if you are interested in watching how I revamp my Etsy shop, maybe to gain some inspiration for your own, maybe you're about to start a business, I'm going to kind of go over a couple of tips and tricks as I am editing it and revamping it. So if you're interested in that, please stay along for this video, and I hope you guys enjoy the new look to my Etsy store, and I hope that this actually helps me stay on top of my Etsy because, like I said, it's been a year since I've edited my Etsy and really took a deep dive in looking at it and updating stuff. And you have to constantly update and keep with the times and update the listings. So I've not been doing that, but better late than never. So let's just get right into it. First, I want to take you guys through my Etsy shop and what it looks like right now and show you guys what we are working with before we start revamping and editing the banners, the pictures, listings, and everything. So let's just take a quick look at my Etsy store. This is my banner. I made this banner back in 2023, I think, maybe even early 2023, like January, when I did a rebrand. I used to do kind of a revamp of my logo and branding once a year, which I kind of want to stray away from doing that so much because it does take a lot of time, and then I always have to keep buying new marketing stuff. But anyway, this is my old look. I have a banner that looks literally exactly like this with the pink and everything, and I have changed it. My logo has stayed pretty much the same. I just do a couple of different variations of it, but this is it. This is my little slogan that I used to use, be kind to yourself today. And this is what my page looks like. I have a very old Blush Designs profile picture here, and it says groovy stationery, glassware, accessories, and more, which is not what I sell anymore. So let's just take a look at one of my older listings and let's see what it's looking like. So I only have 3 photos here, and I also have a blurry photo that kind of just says like welcome to Blush Designs, and it gives you an opportunity to follow my Instagram. So I would like to make a new one of these and kind of just make it, first, better quality, and second, I want to change the little blur because that's not my business anymore. That's also not my Instagram page. It doesn't look like that anymore. So I want to change that stuff. I want to go in and edit the tags and stuff on all of my listings and kind of just make it more general. And then as I add new listings, I will have the option to kind of just add on more tags. And then I think that would be easier and take the harder work out of it. So I do need to change a lot of these description stuff. It also says Canada Post is currently experiencing delays due to the pandemic. That's not a thing anymore. So we need to change that stuff. And I want to change like my processing time. So that's just kind of a quick look at my shop and what it looks like right now. Now we're going to go into creating some of the graphics for my business. Before we get into redesigning my Etsy shop banner and profile picture, I wanted to thank the sponsor of today's video, Skillshare. Skillshare is the largest online learning platform for creatives just like me and you, and they have so many different classes led by different industry experts such as film and design, illustration and art, creative, personal development. The class that I've been taking right now is the Time Management for Creatives class led by Liz Brindley, and I have been absolutely loving this class because, like I mentioned before, I have a very hard time managing my time and delegating different tasks within my business. So I find that this has really been helping me learn how to basically break down my time and make different schedules based on what my day-to-day looks like. I also really like how Skillshare actually splits up the class into little mini segments so that I don't have to be forced into watching like a 1 hour long video, because honestly I don't have 1 hour to spare most days. So I like that I can just sit down, watch a 15-minute part of the class and then move on to what I'm doing throughout the day, and then the next day I can watch another portion of this whole class. That has been really helpful for me. It really helps to break down the information that's being shown in these classes and helps me kind of understand it better and actually apply it to my life a lot easier. If there is a skill that you've been wanting to learn, then now's your time, because the first 500 people to use the link in my description will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare, so you can get started in exploring and discovering your creative skills today. Thank you again to Skillshare for sponsoring this video, and now let's get back to revamping my Etsy shop. So let's start with designing my new banner. I am not really sure what I want to do for the banner. I know that I want to keep it simple. I don't want to add too many distracting graphics and photos, because I think less is more when it comes to the banner. You want it to really encapsulate your brand vibe without being too distracting, because then it's going to distract the customers from your actual store. So I want to try 2 different things. The first thing I want to try is doing a checkerboard background. So I'm going to create my own pattern in Illustrator, and if you are unfamiliar with Illustrator, you can use Canva or use I think there's some other things like GIMP is another one that's similar to Photoshop, Illustrator. So I'm just going to import over here my color palette for my business, and then I'm going to actually create the checkerboard pattern now. I'm not really sure what colors I want to do. I'm leaning towards this more lighter pink, and I don't know if I want to do like a monochromatic pink or this. I think this is more like light and not too in your face. So I'm going to create this pattern really quickly. It's very easy to create a checker pattern in Illustrator. I've been doing this for a very long time now. So I'm going to now fill this whole screen here with my checkerboard pattern. Okay, that's actually very cute. I really like this. So we have that, and now I'm gonna find I have all of these artboards already that I've created my logo on and stuff, so I'm going to do this. I don't think it's gonna look good if I have the colors on here. Actually, it kind of slays. Okay, so let's do this. I think it needs an outline. As I said, I have a lot of like already pre-planned elements here, so I don't need to do a lot of making of the elements. It's more so kind of putting things together. I don't know if I like this with the outline now. I don't know. Okay, this is kind of like, maybe if I do this without the company on the bottom. bit more like pop. Oh, I kind of like that. Okay. Yeah, that actually looks really good. Oh my god. Okay, I'm kind of obsessed with that. Let me add this into Etsy, and I'm also going to add a different profile picture, and then I'm going to show you guys what we're working with so far. Now let's work on the little photo at the end of every listing that I want to add so that people can find me on Instagram and connect with me that way. I like to include this on my listing photos because sometimes people don't read the description. A lot of the time they don't. I love to add this on my Etsy. 99% of my Etsy customers are new customers, so it's really good to kind of give them that opportunity to find me on social media if they don't already follow me. So I'm just using this like phone mock-up from my old Canva design here. I'm using Canva for this because it's a lot easier to get the phone mock-up. I just took a screenshot of my Instagram account, so we're going to drop that in here. And so cute. I love it. I love it. I love my new feed, by the way. It's so cute. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some text and give it a cool little background. Okay, maybe I'll just copy that and paste it here. So weird. Okay. We're going to use my typical... Ooh, I kind of like these colors actually. I'm gonna finish this up and then I'll show you guys what the final product looks like. Okay, so one of the last couple of things I want to do is actually having to do with the listings themselves. So I'm gonna show you guys quickly what the new socials connect with me page looks like, because I actually think it looks so good and it fits my style so much more. It's more softer and not as like aggressively graphic-y. I don't really love the excessive use of graphics, at least for my business right now. I feel like that was my style like 2-3 years ago, but now I'm kind of entering like my slow soft girl era, and in my business I'm wanting that to reflect as well, especially with the launches we have coming up. I just think that that style suits it much better. So let me show you. This is what it looks like. Oh my god, it's so cute. It literally matches so perfectly. I love the colored text and or like to show my business name, and then the brown in my color palette really pops the actual like body text. So I think it looks so good. I'm so excited for people to see them on my Etsy. Now we're gonna look at my listings. So I have a bunch of old listings and old stickers that I don't even sell anymore. So we're gonna start by clearing out the old stock and kind of just deactivating listings that I no longer want to have on my Etsy store. I'm gonna keep, like I said, all of my digital files. So I'm gonna refresh so that we can see what we're working with here, which I love. It looks so much cleaner. And then we're gonna go into one of these listings and just check what, and we're gonna add in our Etsy listing socials page. Cute. And we have this little blurb here, so we're gonna get rid of that. I'm gonna get rid of this little blurb that says the pandemic, because the pandemic's not really a thing anymore. And I'm also gonna add my YouTube handle here. And then I guess I'll add my YouTube link as well. And my email is there, Instagram and TikTok. And then I'm gonna move this little shipping blurb to the bottom here. One thing I like about Etsy now is that it has the estimated profit here. So if you can see, Angel's playing with her mouse now. If you see here, the price is $5 for a sticker and I'm only making $4.07. That's just with the estimated fees. That doesn't include the actual cost to produce a sticker. So that's a really good view. I really like how they've added that because I think that is very useful for new and beginner people for using Etsy. They will be able to kind of see an idea of how they should price their items. And I think they should have had this from the very beginning, but I like that this is here and is very useful to see. And now we're gonna go to our shop and we are gonna edit this little, like, what's it called? Blurb, but I want it to say, punch needle and bookish accessories, or you could do handmade punch needle and bookish accessories. Okay, that's so cute. Now, the last thing that I just remembered I wanted to do was update these little categories here because I have bookmarks here as well. So I want to add a section for bookmarks. So let's go back to our shop manager. So I'm gonna delete some of these. Can I delete these? Delete. So we're gonna add this and we're gonna put bookmarks. Save, edit, section. Okay, sorry guys, apply. Now we'll refresh, we'll go back to my page and the new section should be there soon. I am really happy with how my new Etsy layout and the new facelift is looking. I think it looks so much more put together. It matches my vibe so much more. It's very important to stay on top of certain things as a business owner, but it can get very, very busy. Personal life can get very busy. My business life can get extremely busy, and I find myself always having so many tasks and to-dos, but I never get to them because there's just more important things that I need to do, and then the kind of lesser important things get pushed to the end. But I'm so glad that I took a few hours today to kind of sit down and think about my Etsy store. Hopefully this is gonna help me get some more orders. We will see if this brings in any new customers, any repeat customers. I'm really excited to start adding more listings eventually. Definitely not today, but at some point I do want to add some of my newer products and definitely some bookish stuff, especially stickers and bookmarks. I would love to add them onto my Etsy at some point. That is just a task for another day. So let's look at what my Etsy homepage looked like before and let's see what it looks like now. It looks so much better. I feel again that it fits my style so much more, and I'm just really happy with the way that it turned out. If you guys did enjoy watching me revamp my Etsy store, I would love if you leave a like on this video and considered subscribing to my channel so you can see more small business content and just see the behind the scenes of how I run my business and prep for launches and all that fun stuff. So thank you guys so much for watching this week's video, and I will see you all next week. Bye.